Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Sebastian Kim from Catch Up Games, and we're getting an overview of 12 Heroes by Sakui and Usugi. And this was originally released in Japanese, and now you have license for the French market.
Yes. Hello.
So this is a two-player game in which we're, I believe, competing for land, but we're using our own decks that we're build up.
Yes, that's the point. It's a two-player game for lasting for around half an hour,
Okay.
And players will compete for these territories with a deck of 12 heroes. That they can either use a preset deck, pre-built deck that we have that we propose in the game. Mm-hmm. Like this, I have the elves, or you would have the orcs,
Okay.
You can also draft once you're familiar to the game. You can draft a deck before playing a game. It takes about 5 minutes. Okay. And so in the aim is to collect 7 points of lands, and to achieve that we will use the heroes that we have in our decks, in our 12 card decks. And so we have cards in hand, and on each turn we will be able to perform some actions. We've got 3 actions that we can. We have the right to perform 3 actions,
Okay.
among us several actions that we can take. You will be able to recruit new heroes from your hand and put them in your camp. Mm-hmm. You will be able to send heroes into regions for the purpose of trying to control these regions, and when you do that, you can send them with some food.
Okay.
And you can also use action to move a hero from a region to another.
Okay.
There's also another action that allows you to take some additional food. Mm-hmm. in your turn. Food is really the central point of this game, because everything that you do will cost you food. Bringing new units into play will cost you some food. It's here on the cards. Mm-hmm. And each turn, when they are in the regions for the purpose of controlling the regions, the units will have to be fed. So they will need some food, but for getting food into regions, you need to find a way to bring food to this region. And so either you will have to bring some new units with some food for feeding the other units already here. Either you will use the abilities of the cards, because it's a combo game where all units have an ability. Right. That will trigger at certain moment of time, and it always turns around food management. So it's a bit of a management game disguised into a fighting game, because
With a little drafting as well, and
in the end the player will have managed food better than the other on long term. Will earn it.
How do we determine control of the areas?
We determine it by the strengths of the units that are in the regions. Mm-hmm. And on your turn, you will check if you have a better strength with your units than the other player. On this one, I would not. Yeah. On this situation, I would not control, so I would not be allowed to put a cube on my color on the tile. But
you're fighting a peasant.
I've got a better strength than you in this region, so I could put a cube here. And the point is to try to get into a situation where you are not able anymore to put a cube here. So that you are allowed to take this tile to get the victory points. Okay. So every tile needs several turns of control. Okay. to be earned, and that's what makes the game interesting, is how you will manage control as many turns as needed with this resource problem that you have, that they will have, your units will have to be fed. So how many turns you plan to need to be here to
Right.
get this thing, and what you will let your opponent win in order to save some food. And this is
And pushing in the 3 territories
Yeah.
at once and
and
trying to manage all of that.
and this brings quite a lot of deep thinking into the game with quite simple rules. That was what really pleased us in this game, appealed to us in this game,
Right.
because it produces quite much with few material, and so this brings for quite a gamer game in the end for this kind of format. It is a small format with quite of a gamer game.
All right. Well, thanks very much for the overview of 12 Heroes.